How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Aloha, everybody. It is Tuesday, February 10th, and this is a light of color. Color. Oh gosh, I should have just, there it is, that one. Okay. A little bit of thing going on here. Little vlog, little news, and I'll try to be, oh gosh, if I say I try to be brief, it gets long. Little vlog, little news. Now, the weather is rainy and windy. And once again, it blew through, and then there's like, it's basically another wave of this. So it got real cold last night, and then, and it's going to be 30-mile-an-hour winds with gusts of 450. Just like, stuff's not kind of weird. The wind drives me crazy, but it's also does stuff damage around the place. It's just every time I do this little hospital thing, I have to do a little hospital thing and come out of it. Make a bunch of. It's always like I got a bunch of stuff to do. Yesterday,
she will touch you.
She will touch you. My mom had her. She has a flip phone, and it just bricked. So there's like it wouldn't power up at all. We had to go to the Spectrum thingy in Ala Moana Shopping Center, and my sister and I are like, let's try to make this quick, but it's a big wait in line thing. And, so okay, it was a big wait in line. That's it. Then I get back, and you know, I tell you, I was already thinking about it, but I gotta wonder what the heck with my channel and this news, because the news gets crazy and crazier, and it's probably just going to get crazier and crazier because midterm elections. That's the key. Now,
I can't leave.
It's February 10th. It's not quite, I'd say mid-February. That's an approximation. A good friend of mine passed away February 2nd in 2020.
I want you to go.
I was totally devastated, right? She was old and all this, but still, I don't think it was necessary. Like it, you know, there was it didn't have to be that way, really, because it just like was this respiratory pneumonia type thing that didn't have to be. And I was devastated and decided to start, broadcasting the news, because soon as that happened, the COVID lockdown, and I was like, where is this COVID what? And they stopped flights, but you can get tested and you can get a flight, therefore the beginning of this channel. Now it's like frickin' Trump everywhere. And yeah, so I'll be 6 years doing this one. I think our channel completely, anyways, whatever. I'm not making it, and YouTube's not a friend. Never want monetized, so I'm just doing it for doing it. So thanks for watching if you watch, because it just encourages me. The views are just, oh look, somebody else watched. That's all it is. A little positive feedback like that. Now, that being said, I'm just like going, how toxic is this news shit? Because I'm sitting there talking with my friend, and it got to be like an argument. I don't know why the fuck. This is a good friend. Now, I've talked to people who are total Trumpsters, who I said, that's bad. No, friggin' Trump's wrong. And they wouldn't talk to me ever again. One guy he had his own oil company at one point and became a billionaire at one point, but he was just an old man rancher guy. He was just like, hey, just a rancher guy, because I'm in Montana, I'm a rancher type. But as soon as I said Trump bad, he just cut me out. Here's my friend, my
energy.
Stop. I mentioned Marguerite, love you. But when she passed away, it was one of her friends, so I was calling him, and then he wouldn't talk to me. And then another friend that was pro-Trump, it tears apart friendships, so I'm going to be watching out about that. Honestly, the guy should be impeached and he's a criminal. He shouldn't have been allowed to run for a second term. But there's GOP support because they think he's winning ticket. He's winning ticket, and we can win because he's winning ticket, and because of that mechanism.
I'm inside it.
And that maggot base. I don't know. It's just bizarre to see people, follow the Trump narrative when there's so much lie and spin and propaganda to it. Okay, so there was another school shooting. Gun rights, not gun rights, gun control. How does that even
She will touch you.
But the midterm elections, if they start eating away at the Constitution, habeas corpus, freedom of speech, let's then cancel Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert. How do they do this shit? And then these MAGAs in the wings, they come and they will cancel people. They're like their little show or their little freedom of expression, freedom of speech thing. And now it's like, I know where you live. So now ICE is going on like mass goon squad, and they're breaking in doors and trying to hit their deportation quota. That's the big wrong, is the quota for deportation. And they want to fund that through DHS, Homeland Security. So now they're talking about that in Congress. So they're trying to make ICE look good, which is very difficult with the Gestapo-y things they're doing. And how can you? And then they'll say, if you get outraged and say something, they're like, you're upset. Trump derangement syndrome. That's not even a real thing. They made that up. It's like saying, that person's crazy, don't listen to them. That's what they're trying to do with any opposition speech. So if you disagree, you're not allowed to be heard. You're not allowed to say it because that's a way of it's crazy. So anyhow, I'm not. I don't think anything I say or how I get about it is going to change things. If I don't say anything, or if I say anything, say a bunch of stuff, or don't say anything, the midterm elections are going to happen, and the whatever circus that happens trying to overtake the midterm elections, like steal the election in front of our eyes, because they're sending out agents and military to places. That's their game right now, to take ballot boxes, take voter registration rolls from different states and say, the 2020 election, Trump actually won, and this election, let us count the votes because we took all the voting machines. Looks like we won again. You can't see the results because they're corrupted by the... So, that whatever happens is going to happen, C'est la vie. That's what's going to happen. But I'm pretty darn confident that there's so many people out there. If I don't say a peep, there's so many people out there that are going to take Trump down. If he doesn't, I don't know. If he doesn't get someone take a pot shot at him, or if he just drops like a sack because one too many cheeseburger, double-decker cheeseburgers. So, anyways, I'm trying to rethink my tack. But I don't like to see a friend be pulled into this psych op of their propaganda, because most of it's lies, and people are believing that stuff. So they're going to be voting on how much billions of dollars DHS gets, which goes to ICE agents, which is like the secret police. They're trying to make it look like they're doing the right thing when it comes to the midterm election. And basically, Trump's approval is tanked down to like 40%. You can't win with just less than 40% of approval. 40% approval doesn't start winning. So they're going to try everything possible. So it's going to get to the hell of a hill. Anyways, I'm too old for this shit. I'm retired. I'm tired from nothing, but tired from being a beach bum. But there's a wine news. There is. So the tree's falling down. See? Look. It's all behind the magic of crazy. I don't know. Let's see what this. No wine. So we got this going on. I think getting back into the thing here. Here we go. Sylvia Luke is on the hot seat. Now this is like one of the, what is it, a politician? Lieutenant governor, oh my god. Yeah, she took about $35,000 that was like, she corruptedly took a corruption in action in a paper bag. $35,000 in a paper bag. And she took it. She says, no, I didn't. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with here. And there was a school shooting. Yeah, we're dealing with that. I think it was Maryland. One 16-year-old shot another 16-year-old. Cleaning up. Okay, so now aftermath. And this is not even aftermath. It's the storm still kicking. The state and county schools reopened to the storm. Yeah, but it's still storming. But a lot of damage happened. Clean up. Oh. So, the wind is driving me nuts. Okay, okay, come on. What got to touch something here. Bumped into rotation. Oh boy, baseball. Yay. Whatever. The Super Bowl game was good. Look, basketball. Oh, it's Punahou Carnival. Yeah. I grad from there, and Carnival's supposed to help fund. I don't know. It's put on by the seniors. No, the juniors put on the carnival, and the seniors put on the play. Punahou Carnival. You know what? It's supposed to be fun times. Now it's like crazy ass shit. Remember back in '88 when things are a little bit less crazy? I mean, relaxing. Just like put on your robes and dance around the magic frog. The frog tent. This 30 by 40 inflatable crab, sand crab theater was created by Portable Stage for the Storybook Theater for White Children. The Sand Crab Theater, your stories, interactive performances. Okay, yeah, cult. Start 'em young. It's Tuesday, tomorrow's Toastmaster. What about our culture? What about our language? What? Fundings, and it's all about the fundings. Now they're withholding like billions of dollars from New York to build the bridges. Here. Little back in put up the cartoon. The problem.
Trump posted this AI video. The Obamas as monkeys.
That ain't racist.
Oh god. Yeah, no. Yeah. They're not racist. No. It's a Lion King show. That's what it is. Alright, we're going here.
Storm high winds to the threat of falling and violent residents county promise tax breaks. No funds on ethical immigration strategy.
Oh god.
No funds for that. Trump cabinet officials need to grow backbones. Oh yeah, that's the deal.
Let's just do this one because it's right.
Storm high winds reveal threat of falling trees.
Absolutely.
The falling tree on Kuahine Drive in Manoa should generate discussion on the status of large trees at major roadways and intersections. I want one too.
That's fine.
No, it isn't. Trees along Punahou Street above the freeway and the intersection of Manoa Road and Oahu Avenue are some examples. The city should analyze The city should analyze the time it would take to remove the trees against the possible damage to utility lines that would be struck if these trees were to fall. Besides, the branches alone could cause major utility damage and cause major traffic disruptions. Utility companies should consider potential damage and the duration of the outage that large trees, felled trees might cause, as well as resultant fines and legal action. Certain locations have high pedestrian use. Fatalities should be avoided whenever possible. Okay. Who will be responsible if a life is lost? Leonard Leong, Manoa. Thank you, Leonard from Manoa, for now having your letter public domain. Who would be responsible? The trees, of course. The trees falling down. It's a thing because the rain comes down, soaks the soil around the root system of the tree. Now the wind comes, is blowing opposite direction. They're used to trade winds, northwest. They're used to that constant thing. Now the winds are blowing the other way. It's like, yeah. A tree fell over on the Big Island once and crushed somebody to death. And they had to cut up the tree to find the person underneath. It was like, fucking walking around the tree falls on you. But most of the time, the tree will fall over and hit power lines, and you have power outages and things like that. Just like out of the hat. And yeah, they should do something about that. And the feral chickens are everywhere. The chickens are everywhere. The world is unraveling. But you know what's really unraveling is that MAGA thing is really unraveling. People are seeing through that, and there's major putting it to light. And they're trying their best to make ICE immigration look good, and it's not. Oh, if they arrest a chunk of people going after the worst of the worst, you know, those bad criminals, that the failed Joe Biden administration, the failed Biden administration, those repeating things, they let all these people in. They didn't let all these people in. They imported. They imported all those people. They imported them all. See, this is the narrative they want you to learn. But no, the border's got problems, and the same thing happened. So the people, they just had a big quota to deport all these people, and the worst of the worst criminals. So out of all the people they arrest, it's been shown. I saw the pie graph. 40% of them don't even have a criminal record. They're just going after everybody. You know, just meet quota, go after everybody. That's the sort of. And they're in people's cities and they're protesting. But it's now turning into something illegal or lethally illegal to protest. They killed 2 United States citizens already. Unfortunate, really. So, I don't know. I might tone down my rhetoric because, you know, Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. It's not going to do anything for me. But election, midterm, that will do it. It's gonna get crazier. So aloha, have a good day now. Aloha. Wait, I gotta do this one thing. What? Wait. Aloha. I guess I had to put it in manually.
Aloha to you. Have a good day. I didn't happen to you. Aloha to you. Bye.